Hello and welcome to 3rd Alarm. Today we're coming to you from beautiful Powder Springs and Fire Station number 23. Opened back in February of 1992, this was one of two stations constructed to provide adequate fire service for the then rapidly growing part of the county. Unlike the stations of the district days, these newer stations were constructed to better blend in with the neighborhoods in which they were residing. That is, of course, if your neighborhood has homes with large garage doors and fire trucks inside. All that aside, these newer stations do provide a softer, more homey feel, which in turn provides a better working environment for the firefighters who spend long shifts serving you every day. Today we're going to be taking a closer look at firefighter gear and how to stay in firefighter shape, as well as some things that you can do to make your home a safer environment to live in. This past winter was probably one of the coldest and wettest we've had in many a decade. Now, with temperatures rising, sunny days, and summer vacations just around the corner, most people are looking towards outdoor activities. One of those activities that's high on most kids' minds, as well as many adults, is breaking out the old bicycle. Right now, let's take a closer look at how we can be safe while pedaling the while away.
Thanks, Norm. That's right. My name's Amanda, and I'm with a program called Safe Kids. I teach kids how to be safe while they're riding on their bike, while they're riding in their car, and also while they're walking on the street. I'm here with my good friend Bubba today.
Hey, everybody.
We're going to talk about bike safety.
All right.
Bubba just got a new bike for his birthday.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And we're going to help you to learn how to ride your bike safely.
Sounds awesome.
There's three things that you need to remember to learn how to ride your bike safely.
Okay.
The first thing is you need a bike helmet. Bubba, did you get a bike helmet for your birthday?
No, I just got the bicycle, and it's black with orange stripes, and it goes really, really fast, but I did not get a helmet. I have an old skateboard helmet I was going to use.
Well, that's good thinking. Sometimes skateboard helmets aren't used the same as bike helmets are.
Oh, okay.
So we need to make sure that you have a good fitting bike helmet.
Okay.
And it just so happens, I have one right here that we're going to help you with.
That's just like Tony Hawk's. He's my favorite skateboarders. I could see myself in it. Wow. Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Amanda.
So to make sure that your bike helmet fits you right, you want to fit it on top of your head.
Okay.
And you're going to make a V at the bottom of your ears.
Okay.
With the straps, and then you just buckle it in underneath your chin.
Click it or tick it.
Very cool. Okay, so it should be snug enough that when you yawn, go that it pulls just a little bit on top of your head.
It did. It did.
Very cool. So that's one thing that you need to know about riding your bike safety. Yeah. The next thing that you need to know about riding your bike safely is your clothing.
Okay.
You need to remember to wear nice, tight-fitting clothes.
Okay.
That are brightly colored, especially if you're riding in the dark.
Oh, so my clothes right now are a little too dark.
Probably so.
But my dad gave me an old running vest that he has. It's reflective. Is that okay?
That will work. That's perfect because it reflects in the light. So if cars are coming by, they can see you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that's number two.
That's number two. The last thing that we need to know about riding our bike safely is to make sure our bike is working properly all the time.
Okay. Like checking it out, like the firefighters do before they get on their truck, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
We want to make sure there's enough pressure in the tires.
Okay.
We want to make sure that the brakes work properly.
All right.
And that there's no other loose or not working parts on your bike.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. So that's number three. Do I do that third thing every single time I ride?
Yeah, it's good to check it every single time. And if there's something wrong with it, then you definitely need to fix it before you start riding.
Cool. So are we ready to ride?
We are ready to ride,
Yay!
Bubba.
All right.
One last thing to remember about riding your bike safely is that when you ride your bike, you want to first find a safe place to ride. You should keep a lookout for cars backing out of driveways. Look for pedestrians walking on the sidewalk. For shrubs or fences that block your vision. And for debris or uneven or broken surfaces. Children under 10 should never ride on the street. You should always ride on the sidewalk and always have adult supervision.
Wow, well, that was great, Amanda. I really appreciate all of those great safety tips. I feel so much better about riding my brand new bike.
Not a problem, Bubba. I'm glad that we could talk about it. I'm glad you have a new helmet now, and I'm glad that you know all of the rules about riding safely on your bike.
That's right, that's right. Have a helmet, reflective vest, or bright colored clothes, and check your bike and make sure it's all good. The 3 rules. I love it, I love it. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Not a problem. That's what we're here for, keeping kids safe. Now back to you, Norm.
Thanks, Amanda. With me now are Kevin and Jerry, who are part of the A-Shift crew here at Station 23, and we're just kind of hanging out in the kitchen, the room we tend to like best at the firehouse, discussing some of the challenges we face as firefighters each and every day. Jerry, you were mentioning one thing just a moment ago.
Yeah, Norm, sometimes it's hard to stay away from the junk food and to eat those foods that we need to be eating, the healthier foods to help us stay in shape.
Yeah, a little less time in the kitchen, maybe a little more time in the weight room would be appropriate. And you know, we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the program. Kevin, what about for you?
Sometimes the difficulty lies in just finding the location of the call.
You know, that's really good. All the training in the world doesn't help us a bit if we can't find where we've got to get to. Interestingly enough, assuring our ability of finding your home or business really lies in your hands.
Engine 20, the caller advised her husband is a diabetic and now unconscious.
Engine 20 to dispatch. There's not any numbers on these mailboxes. We've been up and down this road twice and can't find the house. Can you please have someone come out and flag us down?
Engine 20, the caller is upset and doesn't want to leave her husband, advising there's a red van out front.
When you dial 911 during an emergency, you expect a quick response from the police and the fire department. There are a lot of things that can affect how long it takes us to reach you. One of the most common problems we face is finding street numbers on the mailbox.
Yeah, the Postal Service only requires that you have numbers on the right side of your mailbox because that's the direction the mail carrier comes from. However, that's not always the direction that we'll be coming from.
That's right. You can help us reach you quicker during an emergency if you'll place 3-inch numbers on both sides of your mailbox.
Yeah, Cobb County ordinance requires that you have 3-inch reflective numbers visible from the street or 1-inch reflective numbers on your mailbox. In our experience, 3-inch numbers work best on the mailbox.
That's right. Sometimes we have trouble finding addresses at businesses as well. County ordinance says that you should place 6-inch reflective numbers visible from the street. Our experience says that if your building's more than 50 feet from the roadway, you should place your numbers at the side of the street so we can find them easier.
Man, we just gave your husband some D50 and he's feeling a lot better right now. And the ambulance crew is going to take really good care of him on the way to the hospital.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. By the way, Lieutenant, I understand there might have been a problem with you trying to find my house. I don't understand.
Yeah, we really did. A lot of the numbers on the mailboxes weren't easy to see and a lot of them were missing. So we asked 911 to have you come outside and flag us down.
Wow, I didn't realize it was such a big deal. I'll have to get that fixed.
Yeah, it'd be great if you did. Also, if you could talk to your homeowners association, they can help get word out to everybody else and they can get their numbers fixed. They'll increase safety for everybody.
So help us help you. Stick-on numbers are inexpensive and easy to get at hardware and department stores. And there's other options also.
Yeah, some people stencil their numbers at the sidewalk, some even nail up big brass numbers. But the important thing here is that your address is able to be found on a dark and rainy night.
So get the word out to your family and friends. The quicker we can find your house during an emergency, the quicker we can help you. Remember, the seconds you save us could save your life.
The year Station 23 opened up is also the same year presidential hopeful Ross Perot popularized the phrase, "The devil is in the details." We can have great ideas and good intentions, but if we don't follow through, we'll never accomplish the goal. So I ask you, is your home adequately numbered? On the other side of the break, we'll take a look at another safe practice that we can bring to home. Welcome back to 3rd Alarm. Hey, Captain, what you got going on here?
Hey, Norm. Well, we have a station tour today with the little kids. We'll be giving them safety coloring books and helmets.
Neat.
Teaching them basic fire safety tips.
That's interesting. You know, that kind of rolls right along what we've been talking about today on home safety issues. And right now, we're going to visit with Chief Sam Heaton as he reminds us of a few other safety tips.
Thanks, Norm. You're right. I'm here today with Danelle Boyd, firefighter with Cobb Fire. Also, she's our public information officer. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about smoke detectors and some other home safety items in your home. I'll start by just saying the smoke detectors that are out today come in a different sizes, shapes, and you know, if you didn't know what you were looking for, you might even get confused when you went to the store to find one. The two main difference about smoke detectors, we found that there's a photoelectric and an ionization type of detector. The photoelectric detectors are best for slow burning, smoldering type fires. They tend to pick up that light smoke a little quicker than the ionization detector. An ionization detector